Welcome back to another video of Everything Movies. I am Jefferson Coe, and today will be my spoiler review for Captain America: Brave New World. Alright, so where do I start? First things first is that Sam is Captain America. I don't care what anybody says. He is the new Captain America. He's a great Captain America. It's all the agenda push that I'm going to put into this video because I thought he did really well in the movie. I just think that moving forward, the future of the MCU, they're going to need somebody like Sam to be leading the Avengers and just being the hero that he is, because he did so freaking well in this movie. And speaking of the future of the MCU, y'all, if you ever get the opportunity to watch a Marvel movie with me for the first time, you will notice that I will react to certain things that they might it might be a person that they just might say one little sentence, and then my brain will start to be like, oh, that's hinting at the fact that this and that and the other and this and that, and I'm like, and I will go on and on and on about something that is not even happening in this current movie that I'm watching. I will literally I'll be like, oh my god, they're referencing, and then I'll shut up a little bit so I can watch the movie. For that moment, for that split second, I will nerd out, and then after the movie I'll talk about it. And this is one of the main things that I like. One of the things that really got my brain turning in this movie was, it was at one point in the end of the movie where after the whole was resolved and everything was all coming to an end, and they had a clip of the news, and they were like, it showed the White House, it was destroyed, and they were like, we're rebuilding the White House and signifying a new America, a normal America. And when they had said that, y'all, that's when my brain started ticking, because I was like, wait, normal America? And then I was like, that's how they're going to implement like the elements of like racism towards. And so I was like, because Marvel has already been introducing mutants into the MCU already, but I'm like, prior to that, I was like, how are they going to show mutants going through like, you know, segregation and all of the like discrimination and stuff that they experience in the original X-Men stories and stuff like that? How are they going to show that in the MCU if they're already so used to the Avengers and Spider-Man swinging through the city? And how are they going to do that? And then now I'm starting to notice, because like they're coming into the MCU at a time where people are probably going to be tired. They are tired of superheroes, y'all, and people with powers and just stuff like that. And then come to find out, they're going to find out soon that there's humans with powers like mutants. I think that's just gonna be the breaking point, because they're already at the point of like, we want to go back to normal. We're tired of all of this. And like, you can tell in this new movie, like, why the people were like, why is my president the Red Hulk? Why is the president the Hulk? Like, I just know as a normal civilian in the MCU, they are tired this bull crap that's happening. And then the fact that mutants are about to come in, and the storylines that mutants go through, like Apocalypse, Nito just talking about, oh, he hates humans and stuff, they are going to be tired of everything. And I'm like, yeah, there's definitely going to be some elements of discrimination towards mutants. And I can already, like, just this one hint, mark my words right now, they're gonna come back and they're gonna re-reference this years from now when X-Men finally comes out, and they're gonna reference this movie. They will. I just know it. Like, I just know the MCU. I've been watching them since I was a kid. But anyway, that was one of the biggest things that stood out to me, and that I wanted to talk about in the spoiler review. And another thing that I really, really wanted to talk about is that I wish the end credit scene, Sam went back to the cell that he was actually held in at one point after Civil War, and he went to go talk to the main bad guy of this movie. Cannot remember his name to save my life right now, but I just know that he was the guy that was in the Incredible Hulk. He got into that, he had a head injury, and then Bruce Banner's blood had like fell onto his open wound, and then that's kind of what turned him into what he is now in this movie, like a super smart maniac that is just going down a path of revenge. And so Anthony Mackie went to his cell, and he went to go talk to him, and then the guy was like, do you think this is the only Earth Like, do you think this is the only y'all are the only heroes that have an Earth to fight for? And then I was like, oh shoot, they were hinting at a multiversal war, like, and so that's why I was like, oh, this is where the multiverse stuff is gonna come in, and like, I guess this is Sam's first time ever hearing about any of this. So I wonder now if he's gonna like investigate more, or maybe go ask Strange, because Strange been through the multiverse already. So Strange is already ahead of the game, and I wonder if Sam is gonna reach out to him eventually and ask about it, because Strange don't tell nobody nothing. Like, he'll cause a problem and then fix it and then try to act like he didn't do nothing. And so or he'll like go on his own and try to figure out this issue before it even gets into anything bigger. And so I'm pretty sure Strange is not gonna be talking to Sam, but Sam is probably gonna, demand some answers once they form the Avengers. And y'all, that this movie hinted the Avengers coming back. And so I was like, finally, that just tells me we're getting closer and closer to Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. And so, y'all, I already know I'm gonna be sad. I'm gonna be sad in those movies. And Sam, hopefully, if he's the one building the team, he'll probably be the one leading the team as well. And I just cannot wait to see all of this. So those are the big main things that like really happened in this movie that made me like think about the future. Now, one of the biggest spoilers that happened for me was that the fact that Harrison Ford only changed into the Hulk one time, y'all. Like, I was like, why would they do that? Like, why would they show the biggest part of the movie in the trailers, and they would like use that only as the advertisement, and then they never show him transform again? Like, if he had transformed a little bit earlier in the movie and they fought, and then Sam got his ass whooped, and then he transformed later, and then Sam might have found a way to beat him, and then I would have been a little bit more accepting of that type of plot of the movie, like that structure of the plot. But this one, it was just like, oh, I'm getting beat up, and then Sam basically hit the sun's getting real low and calmed them down, and then that was it. That was all the Red Hulk we got. And then Harrison Ford's character had an epiphany moment. He was like, I'm trying to be a better guy now, and now he was like, I'm gonna serve my sentence in jail and this and that and the other. And I was like, yeah, this is great. And that was all really, really good. Like, but at the same time, I was just like, man, I wish he had just hulked out like at least one more time in the movie, because it's been so long since we've seen a crazy rampaging Hulk just tearing everything up. And so I was just like, man, this is great. Like, this is just refreshing, and it really made me feel like we were watching an older Marvel movie with the rampaging Hulk, the fast-paced action fight scenes, and the feeling like somebody like they might die because Sam doesn't have the serum. And speaking of the serum, y'all, Sam should have taken it. I don't care what anybody says, he should have taken the serum, and he should have, but he said it himself in the movie. And that's one thing that I really didn't like about the movie, but at the same time, I was like, I agree with you, Sam, you should have taken it, but you should have also stood on business talking about you didn't want to take it, but he didn't stand on business. So when he said, and when he went back on his word talking about, oh dang, I should have taken it, everything that was said in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier show, where he was trying to justify why he shouldn't take it, I was just like, all right, Sam, make up your mind, But anyway, other than that, I really enjoyed the movie. Those were the biggest spoilers that I really wanted to talk about. I would really suggest watching this movie, and if you really want to feel like you're up to date with everything that's going on in this movie, I would say watch Eternals, only because of the celestial thing. Oh, y'all, the Celestial Island that they call it in the movie, the Celestial Island or something like that, introduced adamantium. And so that's another big hint that mutants are coming. Like, mutants are coming, introduce adamantium, and the government and the people of the United States is not gonna be like, they're not gonna be happy about mutants being there. I just know it. I know that's how it's gonna be, and I know they're gonna be the ones to be like, yeah, no, I'm tired of this. I want everything to be back to normal, and I don't like mutants, so segregate us. Like, we want to be separate from them. But yeah, so I just think, yeah, like that was a cool thing. But anyway, back to the movies. You should watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the TV show, so you can be introduced to his sidekick, the new Falcon, or Joaquin, or however, I can't pronounce his name right. And then you can be introduced to the OG Captain America. I can't remember his name either, but the old black guy. Oh my God, I feel bad for not remembering. But yeah, he was also really well and did really good in this movie. And then that's pretty much it. Obviously, Bucky's in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier show. But yeah, watch that show and then watch Eternals. And then maybe if you really want to remember who the villain is, watch The Incredibles, The Incredible Hulk, not The Incredibles, but The Incredible Hulk, the 2008 Hulk movie, because the guy that was in that one, he's the villain in this one. And so that was something. And you know, when I was watching it, I was watching it with my brother. He didn't recognize the guy, but my Marvel brainwashed brain was like, oh, that's the guy from like 2008, you know, like, and so I was able to recognize him after a minute, you know, like it took me a little minute, but I knew that he was from The Incredible Hulk because when they show his like green face, and I was like, that's what made me like remember, like, oh, that's the guy that had got injured and then his blood Bruce Banner's blood got into it. And then they explained it, of course, in the movie, but I was like, you know, my Marvel brain was still able to figure out who he was before they got to the explanation and stuff. But yeah, so I'm not trying to brag. But yeah, anyway, that'll be all for this review. If you like this type of review and just me just talking about the movie, let me know down in the comments below, and I would love to make more spoiler reviews like this. Like, comment, share, and ring that bell so you know when a new video drops from me. And as always, thank you for watching. I'm Jefferson Coe, and I'll see you all next time.